Hello everybody, welcome to the Four Stacks Beer Show. I am your host, Nathan Hang, and beside me is the only bearded beauty in the room, Mike Fray All Day Fry, who was just recently mocking me for my newly trimmed beard.
It's adorable.
You know, it's the summer look. I I try to look thin this summer. Beach body, beach face. Thin.
Yeah. Yikes.
I guess that requires working out.
Failing miserably.
So this is, well, you set the table up and you didn't even do it right.
I did. Yeah, that's your beer, so.
It's a Friday, and we've been away for a couple of weeks. We apologize. Yeah. We had some technical issues with the recent episode where there's a little bit of controversy in the mystery beer.
There's always controversy in the mystery beers.
Mike technically won. However, I contested it. But because we couldn't publish the episode, we'll never know. But I'll give it to you in the total.
Oh, you're adorable.
Which we still need to get up.
Yeah.
Producer Sean can maybe get that total up for us of the wins and losses of the mystery beer, which happens at the end of the show when we get blindfolded. Mm-hmm. Liz today will bring us in a beer.
Yes,
and we'll try and guess what it is. We've had pretty good success except for when Dave buys the beer.
Yeah, if Dave buys the beer and no one has any complete idea of what's going on.
Buys crazy weird shit.
Yeah.
But that makes it
crazy,
fun.
like Red Stripe, like crazy.
Well, no, more of the second,
crazy wild beers.
Beer. Yeah. But anyway, so the gist of the show is we're going to talk about beer. We've got a Stone beer in front of us. We've got one of our house beers here at Four Stacks Brewing. For those of you who aren't in the area, we're Apollo Beach, just south of Tampa. And then we're going to have the mystery beer. So the first beer we have is the Stone Ghost Hammer IPA, which is an unfiltered IPA. It's named after like some sort of third shift hat.
The third shift in their brewing schedule.
Yeah.
I guess there's something going on with the ghost.
Which is, I tried to read the can, to be honest with you. I had a couple Sixers at the house that I've already pounded. Not today. And I tried to read the can in one sitting, but there really was a lot of text. I don't know if you saw the can.
So much reading. No, I didn't.
It was quite a bit of text for, you're drinking beer, you don't want to have to read an essay. But the gist of it is it's a third shift thing. It's unfiltered, and I can't tell if that's carbonation or yeast or both.
That's carbonation.
No, it looks like there's some big flakes in there. It's hard to tell. In the cans, I had some yeast flakes in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
A little probiotic going on.
I didn't really taste anything different.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was fake yeast. Just designed to make it look
they
unfiltered.
They flew.
That's the next thing.
They threw in flour.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but so this is an unfiltered IPA. It's about 6.7%. We just put it on tap last night. So this is very fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a regular offering for them. I think it's sort of like
from what I saw in the packaging, it's a seasonal offer.
Seasonal?
Yeah.
And we love Stone here.
Of course.
What do you get on the nose?
Just a lot.
Yeah.
Get some hops on there.
You have some hops and some malt, maybe?
Yep. Yeah. No. It's no residual sweetness in the nose.
Hashtag residual sweetness. Yep. Ooh. So the nose, citrus, maybe like a little zest, orange zest.
Little orange zest, maybe some lime zest.
Yeah.
Not as potent as a lemon zest.
It's not as potent as a normal, like an enjoyed by beer, which is really like fruity on the nose.
Yeah.
For an unfiltered beer, it's pretty clear. Mm-hmm. The flavor is very.
It's out there.
Yeah. Well, I get like an orange.
Yeah. Like a tangerine.
Yeah. And with a little bit of like. It's not mango, but there's something else in there. Some sort of citrus fruit. Pleasant flavor. I like it.
Yeah. It's not a bad beer. No, I think it's quite delicious. I mean, a typical offering from Stone. I mean, they're always cranking out really, really good beer, especially when it comes to IPAs. I mean, I don't think I've had an IPA yet from them that thought that was subpar or anything like that.
Even the old Stone IPA, they redid it. Now it's IPA 2.0 or whatever, and that's a decent beer. It's 6.7%, which is still high for session drinking, but it's low for them.
It's high for old man drinking.
Well, you
when
sit
he's
around
trying to pound Sixers at home.
Well, if you're out at the beach, right? You want a session beer. You want something you can get baked by the sun, drink some beer, and
I mean, I could do that. What about you?
Okay. You drink 6.7% beers in
I will.
a couple hours. We'll see how you're doing.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
But it's low for Stone. Normally they're doing double IPAs. Everything's 8 10%.
Yeah.
So can you think, besides, is it their session beer? Go-To IPA.
Yeah.
And I think Delicious is even 7% or so.
I think Delicious is 7%. I can't think of one that's in the
Yeah, just
it's
the
in the
go-to.
6%.
And that's like 4.5, I think, go-to is.
Go-to is 5.5, I think.
I think it's less than that.
Uh,
Pull up your phone.
Jesus, I gotta Google it.
Yeah, Google it, schmoogle it.
I'm gonna ask Jeeves it real quick.
Overall, I would say, like I said, I've already pounded a couple six-packs at the house on average Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed the beer, just drinking it casually, and having it on tap for the first time. I'd say it's even better on tap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we should look at the keg date next time.
Probably should.
But usually Stone, it can't be more than a month old, I'm guessing. Yeah, you got to go through all the.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if I'm 15, I'm 15.
That's one thing with the beer industry. It's not even. I don't even think it's legally required. It's just people do it to cover their ass.
It's telling me it's 4.8%.
Okay, I knew it.
So,
It's in the fours.
You didn't really know anything, so.
That's a day in the life here at Four Stacks. So overall, how would you rate this Untapped rating?
I give this a solid 4. Definitely a solid 4-star for this one.
What are you knocking for?
I think I just want it just a little bit drier. I think it's
Too much residual sweetness.
Yeah, there's some residual sweetness, but I think it's 4 for me is still really, really good.
Right, 4 is a great rating.
I think it's really, really good. I'm not a huge fan of the hop schedule they have in here. It's still very fruity.
I could tell.
I just something just one extra hop in there, and I can't really kind of put my finger on what I would throw in there. I guess you could say a little bit of funk in there, but I still really like it, and I'm still going to drink some. So
I think for me, again, it's always, can I drink plenty of this beer? And in this case, I've proven that to be true. So I'm going to give it a 4.25. I think they got the body right, the color's right. If you're going to call it an unfiltered IPA, I mean...
You just have a little bit of haze in there.
Should have something. I mean, I don't really care. I'm not like into the hazy beers.
It was only in the centrifuge for 10 minutes.
Yeah, so, instead of whatever.
Yeah.
I just hate, if you're going to use unfiltered, like... It should be a discernible difference.
Yeah.
And this is not like a juicy IPA. It tastes juicy, but it's not like I'm trying to think, like a pulp, Civil Society pulp, or like I forget the J. Wakefield haze juicy IPA that I had on my tours down there. But
I'm not sure.
Treehouse, Trillium, those it's not that sort of thing. But I guess that unfiltered is what you do when you're not making like a super New England style IPA.
Yeah,
and you're just not
they're just not
it's
pumping it.
Again.
Yeah, they're not pumping it through whatever.
Because the Enjoy By that we have is also unfiltered.
Right.
So I'm curious. I want to bring that on the show. Maybe we can do that next week.
Well, I've seen those. Those one actually the unfiltered, that one definitely has some haze to it.
Did it?
Yeah. To me, it seems to me like a more unfiltered beer than this one is. Yeah.
Still good though. A 4.25 for me.
Oh, yeah.
I think. I see what you're saying about the hop schedule. I think over time that there is some sweetness that sits there, and eventually starts to add up, get a little cotton mouth. But overall, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's it. Stone, Ghost Hammer, silver can.
Yeah.
I didn't see the keg label, but I'm guessing it's similar branding.
Similar thing. Yeah.
So come on down to Four Stacks and grab it.
Come on down.
Get down here. You hear? So the next one we're going to do is a special release beer of ours that we released to our Prime Council. We did this in last week's show.
We did.
And that show didn't get published, so we get to do this again.
We do.
And honestly, I think we were drunk at the time, so I don't even remember what my notes were on that episode.
Sounds about right. Yeah, it definitely sounds.
That was after a day of bottling. And
you just kept drinking as we kept bottling.
Yeah, well, that's the point, right?
No.
Yes, it is.
Maybe for you, but us true professionals. And then you spill it on yourself.
You know what? That's why you have this towel here for me.
I do.
Nastiest towel of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's dirtier, the table or the towel.
Probably that towel.
Yeah, that's
a bourbon towel. So
that's nice. So this is called India's Booty. It's a double brown ale. What's the ABV? 8.2?
This one, this is the 8.2 one. Yeah.
It's a double brown ale. El Indio is our brown ale.
Right.
And so we doubled it, and we call it India's Booty.
we doubled it. Yeah.
We call it India's Booty because it's like the pirate's booty. Indio is a pirate.
It's a Cuban pirate.
It was killed in Tampa, buried here still.
Yep.
And it's like the treasure, the pirate's treasure. So because it has roast hazelnuts.
Yep.
And what else does
Chocolate.
it have? Chocolate, liquid chocolate.
Some liquid gold.
A lot, quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, there's quite a bit in it. I was surprised by the amount you asked me to put in there. I was very hesitant to put all that in there.
That's what she said.
So, but I opened her up and just dumped it all in there.
And so we did that. So basically, we roasted the hazelnuts the old-fashioned way in a regular oven.
Well, not really old-fashioned over a fire, but you just had your.
Well, I'm talking about like I'm sure these brewers, like the big brewers, have like these fancy apparati. I don't know what that would be.
It's not a single item. Apparatuses.
They have an apparatus to roast things like
Okay.
that, and so they I imagine there's something fancy out there that you can spend $100,000 on to roast hazelnuts. Instead, we just went to the oven,
Like an oven.
and then we ground them up, popped them in the beer. We did not quite a pound per barrel, but it was
Close to it.
actually we did
It was 11 pounds, wasn't it?
yeah, about 11 pounds in
Yeah.
a barrel and a half batch.
Yeah, 1.5 barrel batch. Yeah.
So yeah, our math is horrible right now.
Yeah, I'm not even.
So it was definitely more than a pound per barrel.
Yeah, definitely it was. Yeah.
And then we let that sit for a couple days, and
Yeah.
then the chocolate went in the bright tank. And so the nose, one of the things that we really wanted to do here is, Nutella is like chocolate and hazelnut, right?
Yeah.
But we find that a lot of the breweries, like it's really overpowering hazelnut. And so this is our first time brewing with hazelnut.
You just get a ton of nuts right on your palate.
Get a ton of nuts on your face, on your nose. So this was an experiment for us to see how much hazelnut would we get out of this
Right.
without using extract.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the nose. What do you? I personally, I feel like I definitely smell the nuts.
Yeah, I definitely get nuts right on the nose. You get a lot of chocolate, mainly the chocolate we add. I mean, the normal El Indio definitely has a lot of chocolate notes to it to begin with, especially in the nose and across the palate. But adding that additional liquid chocolate like we did, definitely kicked it up a notch. The regular, this beer is a base imperial brown, double brown, whatever you want to kind of consider it. Already had a ton of flavor to it.
Yeah, it did.
And
chocolate
so
from the malt came through.
Yeah, that pale chocolate.
Biscuity-bready.
That pale chocolate malt is fantastic. But yeah, right on I get a little bit of the hazelnut. I get a lot of the chocolate right across, and then once it hits the palate, though, that's when you kind of get everything kind of thrown at you all at one time.
I would say, balances that, or the alcohol is not noticeable for an 8.2%. I think the sweetness of the chocolate sort of mellows that out. Hashtag sweetness.
Hashtag sweetness.
The hazelnut is there. It's not hazelnut that's going to kick you in the face. It's not a Nutella beer. We didn't really want to make it a Nutella beer, but a lot of people do. I firmly believe, after some of the experiments we've done lately, that that most brewers are using extract, or at least half extract, half fresh ingredients. Because we've been doing a bunch of trial runs on different ingredients.
Yeah.
And peanut butter, El Indio, which we'll probably bring on the show in the future.
Yeah, that'll probably be on the next show. We'll do that one. Watermelon wheat. Coming up, so we got a lot of cool fun stuff that are coming.
But the point is that it's very tough to get a strong, with certain elements, it's very tough to get a strong aroma or flavor with natural ingredients.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to add a lot, and so you kind of you understand some of the larger production breweries, why they're using extract. Luckily enough for us, I mean, our batches are still small enough to where we can get away with using fresh ingredients. We just have to use a lot of it to kind of really let it shine.
But overall, I think the nose on this beer is great. It's definitely got some body to it.
Yeah.
Through the malt, and I think the chocolate probably adds a little bit. Basically, the way the liquid chocolate is supposed to work is it absorbs into the beer, and then whatever's left, it just drops out to the bottom. And you said you had a bunch of chocolate to clean up.
Yeah. And the bright tank itself, once everything's settled out, I mean, because we'll add some biofine in there to kind of help clean it up a little bit. But yeah, the bottom
clear,
of the tank,
biofine clear is a vegan version.
It is. So it's animal
for all you
friendly.
vegans out there.
You're vegans.
Vegans,
You're vagabonds. But yeah, I mean, so once we added that in there, once I kegged everything and I went to go and I opened up the bright tank to clean it, there's just you could see where it all settled at.
Yeah.
And it was
you
just
want to dive in and
fucking pain in the ass to clean that. I mean, it was insane.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah. Yep.
The carbonation on this is pretty solid. It's hanging out, right? We got a nice head.
Yeah, it's definitely
head retention
really
is good.
Exactly. There's some active
we don't
carbonation.
talk about that often on the show, but head retention is
and you get some good carbonations coming up from the bottom of the glass as well, so it's doing pretty well.
I think almost pick up like a little bit of like caramel in the finish. It's from the malt, I think. Overall, for me, like this is not. I don't feel like we hit it perfect this time.
Yeah.
But I feel like we did a pretty damn good job. This is the second batch of it. The first batch, we didn't like it, but we threw it in a barrel as an extra experiment.
We didn't like it, so we figured, well, I'd give it more time.
Well, we thought, okay, so the beer, it wasn't what we wanted. And the barrel we had already used, so we thought, let's use this for 2 experiments. We were already basically going to dump the beer anyway, so let's put it in a barrel we've already used, a bourbon barrel, and see what happens when you add beer to a used bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 data sets after that.
And who knows, if it works out well, probably have a really good beer.
It's possible, or we could just keg it and take it to your house, take it to my house, and have
That
a
sounds
party.
like a fucking plan. God. I mean, Indio already, regular Indios is definitely my favorite beer that we make.
Yeah.
I love browns, and so, especially because I love my wife, and she's brown.
Yeah, I was going to refrain from any brown jokes.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
But yeah, definitely a really good traditional brown is what I think we're doing, and I love it. So yeah, I'll definitely put down a half barrel pretty easily.
Well, so this beer, I feel like we didn't knock it out. We didn't hit it out of the park per se. That's mostly because we want more hazelnut. But overall, I feel like the malt and the balance of all that is fine. The only thing lacking really is more hazelnut. How do you feel about the sweetness? Do you feel like
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think
The
right. I
body's
mean,
good.
yeah. I mean, right there was good. I mean, a good brown is not, is going to have some sweetness to it, in my opinion.
especially a double brown?
Yeah, I mean, especially a double brown, you're going to have that. I mean, you can try to offset that and make it more bitter, but you're really going to kind of take it. You're going to really take away from what I think the beer actually is.
I think we've done a lot of like Funky Buddha, maple bacon coffee porter, and those are double browns, right? Or one of them.
No.
Those are stouts.
Yeah, maple
What's their
bacon.
double brown? They
I
have a
almost
double
said
brown.
Bolita, but it's not. That's Cigar City.
Muy Bonita? That's
Yeah, Muy Bonita.
I thought that was the orange beer.
No, Muy Bonitas are brown.
Okay. Have we done that on the show? I don't think we have.
I don't think we've done Muy Bonita yet.
Okay.
No.
But I have had their double brown, and I feel like it's too sweet.
Yeah.
And a lot of double browns end up being too sweet. That's nice.
Yeah, that was a
nice
good
out
one.
there.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. You can hear the band warm up. Babel's here tonight. B-A-B-Y-L.
They're babbling on.
Yeah, we got an art show tonight. Four Stacks is rocking, man.
Oh, shit's happening. Shit is happening.
It is. This is the place to be on a Friday night. I'm telling you right now. Just hearing all that energy out there. I want to go out there and just party.
I just want to go.
But yeah, you got to go. You got dinner reservations, so I'm trying to keep you here as long as I can.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
so-
fine. I'll be drunk at dinner anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's Friday night.
Oh, it's my
You don't have to work
parents.
tomorrow. That's right.
Well, first off, the restaurant made the mistake of saying it's BYOB, so I'm just gonna go and find something somewhere.
we got
Well,
Mike Seller. We didn't do Mike Seller.
yeah, we
today,
didn't do Mike
so-
Cellar, but I mean, so I'll just go in there and pick out some barley wine
Yeah,
and put that down by myself because no one else is gonna drink that at dinner. So I'm just gonna put down a 750 of a good barrel aged barley
Why
wine.
not? Just pound that shit.
But-
So real quick on this beer, we don't rate our own beers anymore on the show
Right.
because we're trying to be
Trying to be
fair.
nice people.
Yeah, I would say it's. I would say that if you go to our Untapped ratings and you look, and they're averaging around a 4-ish on this beer, I would say that's about how I feel about the beer.
I would agree. Yeah, I definitely would agree. I mean, like you already stated before, as far as the hazelnuts, definitely want to work on that. I mean, it's adding stuff like that. I mean, for us, this is the first beer we've added any type of nut to, per se.
These nuts?
Yeah.
Did you add these nuts?
And so we kind of had to play around with it and kind of help play around with the
Figure
nuts.
out the nuts.
Yeah. Playing around with the nuts and kind of really figure out how to how to really get all the flavor.
How to
out.
work with the nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, what you got to do, stroking actions and things like that.
Yeah.
So
This is apparently a show just for men in college.
just took a giant nosedive.
But overall, I'm excited about this double brown as a base for future double brown experiments. I think we got that right, and I'm really excited about it. By the time the show is out, which will be next Tuesday, so don't ask me to quote the calendar right now, but we should have our new IPA out, which
should hopefully, yeah.
which is called Depth Destroyer. Mm-hmm. That's a mostly Pilsner-based IPA.
Yeah.
So if you're watching,
It's going to be to me, I call it a session IPA, but this guy over here wants to call it.
That's called an IPA.
This guy over here wants to call it a regular IPA. I don't know.
You can.
It's actually, sir. Let me correct you. It's 5.7%.
Oh, okay.
So I met you in the middle for where I like to
Thank you, I
be
appreciate
and where
that.
you want to be.
Thank you for conceding partially.
Yeah.
So Depth Destroyer will be out. Peanut Butter El Indio will be out. We just put Iron Eagle back on, What else is coming? Prime is coming.
Prime is coming back. We got two batches of that. Watermelon.
Watermelon wheat.
Yeah. What are you melon? That's what I'm going to call it. He may not agree, but that's what I'm going to call it.
Right. We're going to have a conversation after this.
Yeah.
But before we do, it's now time to get into the mystery beer.
It is.
So
let's get crazy.
We're going to page Liz. Liz is going to come in.
We're going to...
And...
we're going to page Liz 911.
yeah, when they're out, you're just going to walk out there and say, hey, Liz, come in here and do stuff. And then we're gonna try and guess the beer.
Yeah.
And I have been the winner mostly.
You've
won a few, and Liz.
And somehow those episodes are
they keep getting lost.
They're lost, or the audio is bad. I believe you and Sean are colluding. There's a lot of collusion.
Sean firmly believes
collusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of collusion going on. I don't like it.
Not my producer. Hashtag not my
producer.
producer.
Definitely not my producer. No.
Okay.
He's
so join us in a couple seconds. It's going to take us a few minutes, but we'll be back with blindfolds on and hopefully no nuts in her face.
Well, I
drain the nuts.
Oh yeah.
All right. We'll see you in a minute. All right. So Liz is in here with the mystery beer. We really should come up with a jingle like mystery beer, da 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 da. Right? No?
Mystery beer.
Doo doo.
Bappity boop.
That's a can.
Oh, that's a can.
Fizzy lifting drink.
Ooh, so it's fizzy. Probably came from the West Coast.
Probably beer. It's a malted ale.
It's a malted ale.
So we're again to restate. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, Liz is going to pour some beer that we can't see. We're going to attempt to guess who made it, what style it is, and what beer it is. And we'll see how we do this.
It's probably going to be pretty bad. You'll probably guess almost what the beer is. I'll guess the right one, and then somehow this episode will go missing.
I've got some serious head here. I'll give it to you, Mike.
Yeah. No comment.
Yeah.
We're a family-friendly show here. All right. So first, before I do that, let's figure out what beer this is. I can't tell if I'm smelling the blindfold or the beer.
That's Mike's blindfold. Or Mike's headband, I have a guess.
You probably smell my headband.
Ooh, that is malty.
Pretty. Yeah, I was about to say it's.
I recognize this house flavor though. Malty.
Wow.
Old.
Yeah. Liz, how old's that can?
It's actually not.
It's fresh.
Wow.
Liz likes to give us old beer to trick us.
I figured it's like
It is before the date on the can.
There is some metallic.
I will never give you something.
Yeah, there's a lot of
without
metallic
a
in
date,
there.
Like without a sell-by.
She learned her lesson.
Yeah. Bringing us 8-month-old beer.
Just to confirm, can I make the assumption that we've never had this beer on tap at Four Stacks? She's not sure.
No, I'm sure. I just was wondering which way I should answer.
Oh.
If I should guess with
Yes
you.
or no? I mean, I think it was just a pretty simple question.
We have had it on tap at Four Stacks before, actually.
Really? Definitely wasn't my fucking decision.
Yeah. I'm like, who made who?
Blame it on Sean.
So
Heather
it's
would.
really heavily malty.
Yeah.
A little bit of hop bitterness. It's hard to tell. It's almost like a.
It's just a ton of malt sweetness on there.
But there's bitterness there. I just can't tell if it's like
It's in a can. Can we get a local regional?
It's not Florida.
So it's regional.
Regional.
Okay, there we
Is it
go.
Michigan?
I want it to be. Sorry.
Is it Michigan?
No.
No, it's not Too Hearted.
I know it's not Too Hard because I had some in a bottle earlier today.
Too Hearted's way too good. So it's not
100%
from.
Centennial.
It's not from. Yeah, it's yeah.
And non-Michigan.
This is tough because we've had. Now she said we've had it on tap. Yeah, she didn't want to give us a hint but still, that's not much of a hint.
No, not really.
It's like it's not Florida. I probably.
There's
bought it
no
to
way
help
we
somebody
haven't
out.
really had this on tap.
There's hops in there, so it's got to be like a. No, I'm saying.
That's how you know. Well, I mean, first indication is beer. A little bit of hops
It's
in
got to be
there.
a really malty IPA or like an English IPA or like a pretty hop forward pale ale, but it's
I'm gonna say
still
it's. I'm gonna say it's a
malty.
pale ale though. I don't think it's gonna be an IPA.
It tastes like a English IPA to me, almost like Goose Island. But I don't think Goose Island is this malty.
It's. Didn't we have to get an extra?
Lagunitas is in bottles.
Yeah.
Um,
Goose Island is in cans though. That 312 or whatever the hell it is.
we didn't have that here, did we? I don't think
Didn't
so.
we have to get that on an extra? Didn't we have when
We
put on
returned
there?
it because they snuck it in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bastards.
We did have Bell's, but that, yeah, she said no.
No,
Michigan.
it's not Bell's. Yeah, it's not Michigan.
This is tricky.
Ooh. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's
Okay,
tricky.
so I'm gonna go with IPA, like English malt forward East Coast IPA. It could be Dogfish Head. They can. 60-minute IPA. 60 or 90. I think we had 90. It's 60 or 90-minute IPA.
I don't. But that's too sweet though. It's. I don't remember it being that sweet.
I remember every time I've had Dogfish Head, I'm not into it. It was always too malty for me. So that's where I'm going with. It's Dogfish Head 60, 90-minute IPA, one of those two.
Well, which one? You got to choose which one.
You're riding his coattails again, so you're gonna choose.
Yeah, he's gonna choose the other one.
Oh, I'm
So this is what happened. We didn't get to publish that episode. But
Oh, the episode's just gonna
last time
go
I was like, it's
missing.
either Sierra Nevada or it's New Belgium, and I chose the one that it wasn't. And then you had no idea what it was. You chose
Yeah.
the other one, and you were right. But really, I was right.
A win by default.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, win's a win, man. Win's a win.
So booziness, 60 is less hoppy. I think it's a 60-minute IPA because I'm not getting a lot of booze.
It's in a can. Is it East Coast or West Coast?
She's not gonna give you any more answers.
Shit.
Once I've guessed, there's lock-in is done. No more hints. 60-minute IPA.
It's in a can. I'm going through that stupid aisle again. It's not local. It's regional.
Clock's ticking now.
Did we ever have
I
60-minute
refuse to
on?
answer that.
Well, I mean, you did say it was a beer that we had on.
We had
I
either
didn't-
60 or 90 on. I think it was 60. I personally, untapped rating, we've been forgetting to do this. I'm going to give this a 3.5. I don't think it's horrible. It's not like drinking a Sam Adams IPA, but it's very malty. The hops are not nearly noticeable enough. There's no hop aroma. If it was a 90-minute, it would be bitter, more bitter. So it's 60-minute for me.
You just start instituting like the Jeopardy song.
Do do do.
Well, you can institute whatever the hell you want. I'm still
Mystery
gonna
beer.
say.
Do,
Yeah.
do, do, do.
Damn.
Just admit that you're stumped and you have no guess and you're gonna lose anyway. You can just guess what's a canned beer that you know. I mean,
Just hate. Just so much hate.
no, it's cold.
It's just a lot of hate.
Yeah. Okay, call it what you want.
I mean, I'm trying to give it a good thing. I mean, you go first, you start playing out, and so I'm like, oh, is it that? Like, I don't know, it may be that. Maybe if you give someone time and go, hey, I've got an idea what it is. Be considerate of my thoughts, but
I want to be considerate of your
yeah, I think
This
to
is
be
a competition.
considerate. It's like,
Life or death here.
golly,
This is a
man,
game of
what an ass. God,
ego,
clearly.
trophies. One of us is
God,
gonna get a
Vaseline your
trophy.
ears to walk in the door? Or like, what? I don't understand.
Vaseline your ears. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. Liz, have you heard of that before?
No, but
No.
Mike needs to quit his stalling.
Yeah, he's not.
Because I'm paying it
Call it,
through. I guess I need to go to Winn-Dixie more often. And
Publix.
Publix. Oh, wait a minute. That's a whole new thing. I gotta pan through Publix's stupid
Just
thing.
call
now.
it.
You shut it. I'm gonna call it when I wanna.
It's not gonna be edited out anyway because it's 10 minutes. Of
I
silence
know,
while Mike
yeah.
figures out what it is.
Alrighty, I guess I'll just say I just don't know.
No guess at all. Pick a canned
No.
beer.
The only thing I can think of now, as soon as you said Dogfish 60.
You think it's Dogfish?
Yeah.
So you're riding my coattails.
No, I'm agreeing
There's no
with you.
shame in that game.
No, I'm simply agreeing with you.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I guess
Here we
so.
go.
Yeah.
Terrapin.
Really?
Executioner.
No shit. I thought about, and I was thinking about Georgia beers, and I'm like, wait, no, Sweetwater's not in cans. Sweetwater's only in bottles.
Terrapin is in cans.
That's right. I forgot Hopsecutioner in there.
Oh, I can't read that. My eyes are blurry. Damn it.
Until September.
It's called Hopsecutioner. It should have a lot of
That's
hops,
like
right?
that, but that doesn't taste like Hopsecutioner though, because I used to drink Hopsecutioner a lot, and I'm sorry, that really does not taste like Hopsecutioner to me.
Cascade, Centennial, Warrior, Chinook, Simcoe, Amarillo. That's a lot of hops.
Yeah, that really doesn't taste like Centennial, or doesn't taste like Hopsecutioner to me.
What do you think, Liz? Do
So it
does
was
it?
weirding me out when you guys were.
I mean, really, like it really does not taste like Hopsecutioner.
So we got it's an IPA.
It's
Is it IPA or
so
double?
fucking sweet.
IPA.
IPA, so we got that right.
Wow.
It is really sweet.
That is, I mean, like I said, but that does not taste like Hopsecutioner.
When was the last time we had it on?
I think
don't remember.
Terrapin's game has been slipping. Either they've been purchased by some conglomerate or something. Because
Well, they did. Terrapin does have 25% of equities. It was Coors,
The Hop one.
which is now Miller
SAB.
Coors now AB InBev Miller
tastes like
Coors.
what?
It doesn't taste like it should have pictures of hops.
No, not at all.
Because I remember I remember drinking Hopsecutioner, I believe in bottles.
I think I
and
had
it was
their
a lot better.
They have a Mosaic IPA.
That's not-
Yeah, the
not very
Mosaic
good,
ones.
right?
Yeah. Wow, I'm really fucking shocked. Because I was thinking about, I'm like, this tastes like
Their
something that's
game
out of
has been
Georgia.
slipping.
I'm saying you can't even blame the date
Athens,
on that
Georgia,
one. I mean,
no.
like, it's-
I was gonna say Terrapin at first, or not Terrapin, Sweetwater. Because as soon as I take it,
It
it's
has
just
a bit of
like
that
some
Sweetwater. It's 7.3%, 12 flowing ounces.
12 flowing ounces.
Yeah, I don't think this is a very good beer. 3.5 is probably
Man.
too liberal.
That's very disheartening. Because I like
Enjoyed by 9/13.
I mean, I had, a lot of the Terrapin beers that I've drank lately have not really been that good,
No, that's true. Like I said, I think their
in my opinion.
their process has been infiltrated by the big guys.
Yeah.
And you can taste in the beer. They're using some sort of adjunct corn or something.
Yeah,
for that
because
malt
it's
flavor.
really, really sweet. Because I mean, like they do the Wake and Bake, the oatmeal
Yeah.
stout, and I've got bottles of Wake and Bake from
I haven't seen Wake and Bake
2015
around.
and 2014. I guess I'm gonna have to
Their
open those
peanut,
to
they
see
have
how
like
they
a
do.
peanut butter porter or something that's decent. But
Yeah, but
this
that's
is-
man, that's disheartening.
That's another win for Liz.
Yeah, bitch.
Sorry.
Damn you, Liz.
Right back at you, Mike.
We're gonna have to send her back to the mountain with a new quest.
Well, send her back to the hamster cage she has back in the
Hamster
office right
cage,
now.
cleaning the office receipts. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Let me know what you need.
You got it. So that's been another loss for both of us.
Yeah.
I had no
Yeah.
other. Terrapin didn't even cross my mind.
It didn't
Because
either.
I'm in Publix all the time. I see I didn't know they had Hopsecutioner there, but I see the Mosaic.
That's really. I mean, that really upsets me.
It's
That
like fake malt.
yeah.
35.
It used to be so. It used to be really, really good.
So now I would rate this. You still have some.
Yeah.
I would rate this as a 3. Having seen it and tasted it.
Mm-hmm.
I rate it 3.5 with the blindfold though. What did you rate it?
I was thinking. Well, I was thinking 3.25,
3.25.
just because of how malty it is.
Yeah. Not bad though. Experiment
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
learn about how. When we lose somebody like this to the adjunct game, or, whether they're using corn or whatever they're doing here, just more opportunity for one of us to step up
Yeah.
and provide the beer that people want. Any final comment today on the on anything?
No, we got definitely a good week this week. We got
been
bourbon
great.
barrel aged Castle Black is for sale. By the time you see
Oh,
this,
yes.
it'll be
You bottled it
a
today?
weekend. Yes, I bottled it, and then
You and Jared?
Jared,
Jared.
and then we sat in the cooler and labeled them, hand labeled.
Hand labeled and handwritten.
Horrible handwritten, and so my handwriting looks like.
You wrote one? You wrote labels?
I did. Oh yeah. Yeah, so
Alright.
the labels, if you'll know mine because it'll look like
Shake your
if
hand.
Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali had a
Yes.
baby,
That's racist.
Well, I mean, there's one guy's white, one guy's
It's
black.
still racist.
I'm all right. So yeah, so one of those. It's you'll see it. You'll know 4-year-old wrote on there.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, yeah.
So bourbon barrel aged Castle Black. We have 2 more barrels. Maybe we'll put an Imperial Brown in one of them.
Well, we do. We have an Imperial Brown in one.
We just talked about how that was
Right.
a used barrel, and that was an experiment.
Oh, you're talking about adding it to a fresh barrel?
Yes.
Okay, well, make sure let's bring that out and start.
Join
with
me in the
that.
present, Mike.
I'm here.
Here we go.
I'm here.
Have you missed your dinner reservation yet?
I don't know. Well, we'll see when I get there.
All right. So you want to say hi to Mom, or
Well, it's Father's Day, so.
It's Father's Day. Yep. Not today, but
Yeah.
in a couple of days.
In 2 days, but by the
You know
time
what I'm
you
doing
see
for Father's
this-
Day? I'm playing in the soccer tournament.
It sounds about right. Sounds about right. And you're going to wonder why your kids are going to hate you growing up.
You know
Well,
what?
I
It just
mean,
takes the
yeah.
pressure off.
Of them hating you?
No, of them having to plan something or I'm low maintenance. Someday you'll understand.
Oh, yeah, you're low maintenance.
When it comes to Father's Day.
Oh, that's the one thing.
Aren't you cute, Mike?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
aren't
low
you cute?
maintenance. Hair products and blow dryers.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another episode of the Four Stacks Beer Show. Thanks for joining us as always. If you have any questions, right now we still don't have an email set up for the Four Stacks Beer Show, but you can tweet at Four Stacks Brew. You can Facebook Four Stacks Brewing, Instagram Four Stacks Brewing, or you can just send an email info@fourstacksbrewing.com.
Yeah, so we get the info at 4 Stacks.
We'll have to get a beer show at fourstacksbrewing.com set
Yeah.
up. I'll probably have to do that later.
That sounds like an idea for you.
And then we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks.